My main concern is that I didn't want anyone else to hear some of this stuff. And I know that sometimes people have, you know, microphones that they're pointing around, and
Yeah.
I really don't want to be caught talking. Depends on how spicy
Okay.
I want to go with this.
Oh, shit.
We can talk about the mechanic stuff first if you want, or
Sure, absolutely.
all right. So like, that's easy. I'm thinking like 2 hours after the storm, I'll try to be there. If I can't, that's fine. I'd rather that all the mechanics owners are there, or at least the ones that can be there. Flops is an amazing guy. Vinny vouches for him, and I vouch for him too. He does so much work. He's perfect to be at that meeting. Instead of Vinny. They've got a lot of concerns. The other thing is Finley Milton is currently on bail. He said he will be there at the meeting.
Oh, shit. Okay.
But
that's the Milton Motors guy, right?
Yes. He's also one of the more active mechanic shops right now. So, and he's gotten a lot of good points. Vinny gave both me and Archibald a lot of ideas and thoughts prior to this meeting. I don't know if you spoke to him about him.
I mean, I did briefly, because in order for this thing to work, we need a lot of the biggest consumers of materials to buy into the vision. And, you know, in the grand scheme of things, like, even if it doesn't work, we just stop buying, you know? And we try something else.
I've got
better that than, like, assume it's doom about a potential solution and then not do anything.
I don't want us to not do anything, that's for sure. We just keep trying, something will eventually work. So
which by the way, on that front, Wyatt's already been securing 100,000 materials a week.
Amazing.
Yeah, so he's going ham on that. So it's already looking like we're in pretty decent hands.
That's fantastic. So then kind of comes into a little bit about how I got into a 2-hour-long meeting with someone, and then later got into another 2-hour-long meeting with someone about information I really should not have. But let's start with why I got into that conversation. I was trying to find us a warehouse, right? So we will not be able to find a warehouse. It's not possible. And the major reason why is gangs need warehouses so badly. They are sitting on piles of money waiting for a warehouse to be available.
Hi, Joe. Take the 11 months.
They will snap by it, and there's just no way we'll get our hands on it. And that's kind of where I got told so much information. I know the ins and outs of anything a gang does in the city. I know everything down to the tiniest of details. I know where warehouses are in the city and who they belong to. I know embarrassing amounts of details that I all I can say is if anyone hears this, even other gangs, because I know where their stuff is, because this gang member told me so much. I did not want to go into it, but I now understand why they need so many materials and why, like, the full, I don't know if you know the full breakdown of everything.
And
if I could?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so they're getting these mining racks and the GPUs, like you said, right? And basically a whole rack provides them like for...
Hold on 1 second.
Oh, yes.
Pop the trunk here.
Yeah.
Nice little look. Okay. Check the back seat, Mina, just in case.
I don't see anything back there.
All right, yeah, this looks empty. Just look, just all right.
Okay. So, each one of those racks, like a full rack, provides them like 4 of the coins that they need, right? And a gang needs about 400 of those to run just their daily activities that they want to do, just like as a baseline, right? So each one of those racks costs in materials like an insane number, like over 100,000 materials, right? Each one of those
Mm.
racks. And the problem is not only do they have to have those racks, but they also have to be able to like fit them in places, right? And their whole operation requires them to have like houses and warehouses, and just their whole operation is based upon all of this. And so even if even if we were somehow able to like magic wand all of the shit that they want, they're still going to want more. You know what I mean? Like even if we magically just got them everything they need right now, they'd be like,
Yeah.
yeah, but we need more because we want to do even more gang activities now.
Oh.
It is endless. They will not be satisfied. Now let me go into sanitation and
Yeah.
why it's kind of fucked. So even so like right now everyone does 2 groups per, right? And there's no way that the amount of sanitation trucks out there can acquire the materials because it gets backed up. They actually can't get jobs. And so
Now, was this a Saturday thing or is it during the week even?
all the time. But like
What?
on Saturday, it was like there were people that like were trying to, you know, run, but like they didn't get any jobs the entire time because some people are just faster with it, and they're running 2 groups for to min max it. You know, I even talked to a gang member about how he like does it. He literally grabs like 5 sanitation trucks and they will like load it, and then because they don't want to like spend time grinding down everything, they'll just go and hop into the next one so that way they don't waste any time because they need that many materials for their gang. They are insanely devoted to this. And I don't know how to put this into words, but is there any way we can get materials to come in stronger somewhere else in the city? We gotta find it. Like
Yeah.
they won't do chop because chop is not providing enough. Like I asked, can't they try chop? And it's nowhere near enough. It's garbage. It takes so much time. It doesn't give them the materials that sanitation does. They might as well just get money and buy it off of somebody else if they can. They won't waste time with it. It's not even worth the risk, like for to get caught. You know, like that material amount is not worth it. So they're not gonna ever
Yeah.
do it. They'll never do chop. I can't express that enough. They'll never. So just like oh my god.
So what I'm hearing is it's just there's such an obscene amount of material needed, and then most of that is it's just endless. That's interesting.
It's actually endless. And I mean, he was willing to just basically tell me everything about his gang down to like giving me his call out signs, fucking maps and shit. He was like, whatever you want in exchange to do something about this, I'm willing to give to you. And I said I will try, and then I got into another conversation with somebody else who gave me every other detail about the city that he could provide to explain the material need.
Yeah. Wait, okay. This is good,
So,
Mina. You've been cooking.
oh, listen. I just didn't want to be heard talking about this because even within his own gang, I don't know how well they would take that I know exactly who has keys to their warehouse and who's operating what within their warehouse. I don't think this gang would be okay with that. So I like I said, if I end up somehow in the ICU, it's because someone overheard that conversation.
Holy fuck. I mean, this kind of lines up with what we were thinking, right? And I think why we need this material thing. Hydra's down. CG's down. I think Forehead wants to have another meeting because he's kind of confused by it. But I think this direction just kind of makes sense. Because what it's going to allow us to do is have like some guaranteed amount of reserve that can be pushed towards. We don't need to control all the materials. We just need enough that will satiate the the mechanic shops, you know?
For
We're like a
sure.
stopgap. So there really should never be a case where, ideally, where it's like there's no parts in the city. But part of the reality too is, oh my God, Mina, I wish you were at this meeting. Apparently the North has been just freaking out, and they've just been like, I don't know. It's
The North?
yeah, like Andy and Blaine County.
I see.
They have. I don't want to kick too much into it, but it's giving me like flashbacks of like effectively like I need to be the mouthpiece of baby feeding what the feds have decided in order to even explain my point of view. So naturally there's 2 counties, right? There's 2 police departments.
Right.
I've been getting the inference that I should not be like 2 weeks ago now, that I can't really be like putting my hands too deep into the PD. I had a meeting like fucking 2 weeks ago about this topic, maybe a week and a half ago, whatever. Lo and behold, I find out that Andy's been at every high command meeting. And that when Daisy brought up that I'm not there, that either both of us need to be or not there, she got in a fight with Daisy. So I'm kind of like, what? Why am I being targeted for not even doing this shit? Right? But it's like in your face. They're there. Second, I've already had to deal with a conversation where I asked for something to be written down. They came and asked for interceptors, wrote it down, whatever. And I confronted them about it. I'm like, listen, I don't know what this is. I'm fucking cooked. Let me look over it, and I'll get back to you. I didn't want to do that. They kept saying, like, oh, you want SOPs? No, motherfucker. Just like, what do you want from our county? Right? So there's no confusion. I have it written down. Number 3, after this fight and during that fight that they had yesterday or the day before, I think they said the 20... I think it was the 6th and the 7th, regardless. They are on some like crazy fucking echo chambery shit that we're trying to like completely fuck over BCISO. But the argument for it is we're acting in good faith for the county, doing self-explanatory things for the county, specifically being against Blaine County wants to send all the cops down here, take the arrest.
You mean like they're already doing?
Yes, and bringing him to Blaine County and arrest.
North.
Exactly. So it's like, why the fuck are you in Blaine County? You're up there, and then why are you crying when we have objection for you coming down here and then getting arrested in down here and bringing him up north? And you can't say, well, there's no crime happening in the north. Well, we don't have any money. Are you stupid? That's why you're supposed to build Blaine. That's why you tell me there's no crime in Blaine. Bullshit. There's no crime. If you're not up there, how are you going to know? And then they're throwing things like, well, you need us. Motherfucker, you just because you hired all these people and then think you can just come down here is a side effect of your hiring and your priorities. So I read through this and I was so fucking triggered because I'm like, I don't know where the fuck they're coming up with this narrative. Including 2 individuals that I haven't even spoken to, the sheriff and the undersheriff. Why they're fucking acting all doomy about Daisy, buying into this narrative of chief of cadet. Motherfucker, she's got experience in this space. I'm sorry that shit, the feds decided to do some shit. Like fucking catch up with the program. I don't know. It's for me, it's annoying because, like I said, it's like I have to argue what the feds decided, right? It's like you know what I mean? It's just, oh.
Yeah, but you can't control that. The feds are way above you.
That's exactly it. Yeah, it's like, I don't know. It's ridiculous.
Oh, trust me, I had a cop yell at me about you the other day.
Wait, why? Well, what?
She was just chewing me out about sanitation and a bunch of other things, and how like you don't care about it's whatever. I ignored her. I
Yeah.
just told her that
Jesus Christ.
if if the mayor truly didn't care about the city, then he wouldn't have asked me to fly back in.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I don't take her for her word.
Yeah. It's I think really what it comes down to, Mina, it's like you know, the tides have changed and people are upset with the tides, so they're coming up with a reason to just fucking cry about it. And it's a very exhausting conversation. It's very fucking exhausting. It's like, you know, it's like living in America. We go to war with a country, and then you're like, you go to the fucking airport, and you're like, they're like, oh yeah, you know, you can't, we're not sending any flights over there anymore. And they're like, oh my God, the fucking airport. No, dumbass, the fucking government just said we're at war with that country. We don't have, not in any fucking control of that.
And
I don't know.
as for no crime being up in the north, there was like the biggest shootout I'd ever fucking seen up north.
Really?
There was like I kid you not, there was like probably like 200 casings on the ground. Like, there's no way that wasn't a crime. Oh, that was the other thing. The gang member told me about all their shootouts and where they happened and their exact numbers. I know too much. I know too fucking much about shit right now.
I mean, the reality is, without knowing this information, there's not anything we can do.
Oh, right. That was the other thing. So he asked me if I had any clue on like how many materials it cost for the bullets for their war that they had, and I said I have no idea how many materials you use for your war, and he's like, 40,000 for just the bullets, Mina. 40,000 for just bullets. He said that's the reason why there was a gang member twatting out $30 or $30 per material, please, like begging on Twitter. He said money doesn't matter to the gangs. They don't care about it. They care about materials. They're willing to dump shitloads of money because they don't need it. They're too busy trying to gain control of turf, and when they gain control of turf, they get money. So the money is just a side effect of them trying to gain control. So the money is nothing to them. So they will outbid whatever it takes to get materials.
Holy shit.
That's why I'm saying it's like sanitation is kind of fucked, because you can only realistically have like six-ish trucks out, maybe even like, and if you're splitting into two groups, then you've really made it so nobody can really run sanitation. I don't know what to say. It's rough. I don't know. It's so fucked. I was reeling from this. He talked like I'm telling you, 2 hours, talked my ear off about like the breakdown of every material part that they need.
Let's go down to Sandy right now too.
Okay.
I want to see how many people are clocked in.
See, so the thing is like the number of people that can be clocked into Sandy is not tied to groups. It's tied to number of people. So, you can exceed the amount of people signed into sanitation by splitting into two groups.
Yes.
And that's why people don't get jobs, is because it's capped out. And unlike a lot of other jobs... But
there's a bigger problem too, right? If there's an unlimited desire for materials, but, you know, if there is a unlimited desire for materials, but the highest bidder has a virtually untappable wallet, it's always going to go there.
It's always going to go there. You're exactly right.
And I think that's why I think we can try our best with this material reserve, but you know,
it's very tough right now. The more I heard about it, the more I was like, I don't know.
Deep voice, thank you for the 19
I
months.
I don't know. Yeah. I tried to ask, like I said, can you guys chop? And they were like, never. We'll never do that. Not unless we can figure out how to get more parts out of, or materials out of the parts we're chopping.
Yeah, I think a material reserve kind of is probably our best. I mean, if Wyatt's already garnering as much as he is, that's definitely a first step.
Sure.
But you know, some of these things we can only do best effort, and outside of that, that's not on us, right?
I know.
You know what? You know,
But
we're not.
I thought it was a good perspective to let you know what like where all the material's going.
Yeah, I mean, I had like an idea that was the case, but I think the way that you've described it highlights how bad it really is.
Do you know how they get guns now? And
No.
oh my god. So
Oh,
gangs
no.
can only acquire like 5 guns every 4 weeks, and
What?
5 guns 4 weeks.
Okay.
It's horrendous. This is why they are constantly robbing each other of all their guns, and a lot of the ways they collect the guns are like at these drop-offs that they will go and fight other gangs for those guns because they need them.
Oh wait, people are signing in. Okay. Let me just ask these guys. Hey, gentlemen. How many people are signed into sanitation right now? Like, how many groups are going?
Let's see. Group-wise, let's see. There's only 3 groups, but it's probably way more people signed in.
I
So
got you.
they're probably heading to the yard.
Yeah, there are two groups active.
Easy. All right, I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll come back in a little bit.
And then I found out about another thing that they do called Fen Fenel, where they I don't even understand. Like, when he explained it to me, I thought it was the craziest shit I've ever heard. That like basically a bunch of gangs go there and shoot each other to death, and like it's like a King of the Hill type situation where the
What?
last person. Yeah, I don't fucking understand it. They said they could get like some sort of like bench or something from it that and so they go and just kill each other out there for this. And this also makes them lose their guns, I guess. It's fucking wild.
Wow. So they're getting. So how are they getting their guns then? If they're only getting like 5?
So I'm guessing that there's like, from my understanding, there's
Oh.
an ammunition truck that rolls in,
Yeah.
and they find out about it through, I'm guessing like maybe their gang app, because they told
Yeah.
me about this gang app that they have, and they said that you can also hack other gangs and steal their sort of like their drops, and that
Yeah.
they go there and they will either for their own guns or for someone else's guns, they'll grab the 5 that they get, and then they
Yeah.
can't get any more for 4 weeks.
What?
Yeah. So that's why they'll rob other gangs' guns, and this is why a lot of shit's been, you know, popping off with them.
There is a someone brought up to me, a member of law enforcement, that mentioned that there's like this makeshift gun now.
Yeah, so I think that's what they were talking about, that blueprint that they were getting. And also the other guns that they acquire, they've been getting from the sewers.
Really?
Yeah, but the sewer guns are really shit. Apparently they're like BB guns. I'm telling all of you this, and I have not told a soul.
Yeah. No, no. You made a smart move.
I have not told a single
This tea
other
is
person.
way hot.
Oh man, just kind of like the problems that the gangs have been going through. They just tell me that like it all boils down to, oh man, the G6 workers. I found out about why they robbed G6 and why they feel bad in a way about robbing it. It's the only way they can get jewelry parts that they need for other stuff for them.
What?
And because they can only get it from robbing from robbing the bags that the G6 workers have. And the problem is when you rob a G6 worker's bag, that like the boss man gets pissed at the G6 worker and will say, well, you didn't do any of your job then, so fuck you.
Oh.
And so the gangs, they know that it harms the G6 workers a lot, but they have to do what they have to do. So it's a fuck situation on that point.
Yeah, this is insane. Sorry, 1 second, Fiona. Hey, Fiona.
Hey, I have a quick question. So, I'm trying to get promoted in my gang, and I was wondering if I could list you as a reference.
I feel like
Because you're
that'd
the
be
mayor.
inappropriate.
Why?
Because I'm a mayor, and I'm not going to help you get promoted in your gang, Fiona.
Why, Nino?
What do you mean, why? Who the fuck do you think I am? I'm a civilian now.
But it's, you know, it's the good Samaritan thing to do. You know, you're helping out a good old friend.
I'll help you out, but why do you need a reference? Why are they not, you know, promoting you based on your talents?
I don't need a reference.
Oh.
I'm doing it because it's funny.
Have
Because
them
the
give me a
idea.
call.
Okay, thank you.
All right, anytime. You take it, Fiona.
Bye.
Bye. Shit.
I also went down to the sewers myself to kind of investigate what the materials are like down there.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of trash just sitting down there. Just
Really?
yeah. And I spoke to a couple people, and they still say that they get arrested if they're found. If they're
What?
found coming out, yeah.
By who?
By cops that say that it's considered public property to them. For the state.
They need to bring it up. Oh my god. I mean, I swear to God, these guys in the police department. Oh shit. The police. Oh, it's actually broken. What the fuck? I'm starting to get the feeling that PD just. I compared the police department to like retail sales, and it reminds me. Uh-oh. I heard a.
Oh no. Yep.
You see it?
Yep. Oh shit! Come back, come back.
Oh shit! You got this, Mina! Ah! Oh!
I'm sorry.
Ah! Fucking Blaine County! Oh, great. And where is he now? Fantastic.
Why is it always the murder kitties?
Jesus Christ. Wait, was that a bat?
Maybe.
Oh, shit.
Sorry. Yeah, the gang member gave me the bat. They also told me how to get other things.
Oh, fuck. Jesus. Oh, fuck. Goddamn fucking Blaners.
This is awesome. The first time I get beat up with my Brandon, and the second time is while I'm with you.
Oh, Jesus fucking
And
Christ.